Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent no development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Morecheese or 68 for more information. Warning: this podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind, and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Taking over the Upland Development United. Total meta domination.
Hello and welcome to the UDU Podcast, Year 2, number 49, I believe. I'm Ben68, and it's either Tuesday the 10th or Wednesday the 11th of May, depending on where you are at. Today's show is brought to you by the Upland Construction Company, aka the UCC. UCC focuses on transparency and consistency for a name you can trust. The following are some of the reasons why you should consider UCC over others. UCC has a managed queuing system. Unlike exchanges, UCC manages its Spark pool so that all builds are completed in a timely manner with no additional fees. UCC has transparent pricing. Because of UCC's managed queuing system, prices are consistent with no hidden fees or pricing management to get your build completed. The UCC has trusted efficiency and is fast and efficient, and both myself and Cheese can attest to that. The Upland Construction Company is not an exchange. They manage their business so you can manage yours. So that's why their motto is enjoy building with us. So go on and check out Dak and the crew over at the UCC. And like I said, yeah, Cheese and I, very big fans of the UCC. If you have an Upland NFT or Metaverse product, service or event to promote, just like that one with the UCC, opportunities are available for sponsorship and engagement in the UDU podcast. Contact myself or Morecheese to discuss and secure your spots. All proceeds go towards giveaways and prizes on the podcast. And yeah, that UCC, that sponsorship, that went straight into the little prize pool. So it's good to see that. I think, do you remember what we're up to, Cheese? 1.16 million or something? I forget. I'll have to have a look. Once that gets up to the 2 million, we'll bump up the chances for winning the big prize.
Yeah. And just to add on to the UCC, like not only do they offer like the Spark, but they have other stuff to look into that's really good, cool and interesting. Like I use them for like other projects as well. So give them a look into.
Absolutely. A reminder that this show is open to the Upland public and we value and appreciate your input. So if you're in the Zoom, feel free to join in and participate. If this is your first time listening, watching or joining us, the regular lineup for the show is the Breaking Badly news segment, where we cover some crypto and Upland markets and key news events from Upland and the surrounding crypto, NFT or Metaverse sectors. Sometimes we do a lot of that stuff. Sometimes, depending on what's going on, we only touch on a few things here or there. Then we have the Upland Development United Team meeting section, where it's not much happening at the moment because it's just smooth sailing, but we usually review the week that's been, what's ahead for the original and premier collaborative no development team. And then we finish off with the Upland Mash, and that's where we do the weekly giveaways, have open forum discussions about contemporary Upland events, and run the occasional Metaverse spotlight. And, there may be other sponsorship segments and that sort of stuff. And of course, the big 1 million UpX wheels. And today we're going to run a 10,000 UpX wheel as well. That will be guaranteed giveaway. So kicking off, I feel like we need to put in Slayer Rain in Blood for this one. Crypto markets. This is something I've been waiting for a couple of years, just waiting for it to all come down.
Well, you know what they say, when there's blood in the streets.
Oh, yes.
Go pick them up.
It's funny to see people just losing their minds again. It's kind of hilarious, actually.
Which one are you looking into in particular?
Oh, I might save that for a little bit.
Really?
Well, we'll get to
Matter.
it. It's in the market news here. We'll kick over to it.
Okay.
So thanks to CoinMarketCap, the global crypto market is down from down 29 billion from 1.73 trillion last week to 1.44 trillion this week. I mean, I remember back in the day when we were thinking, is it going to get to 1 trillion? So, some people who are freaking out about the charts and that, just scroll out a little bit for a bit of perspective. Bitcoin's dominance is currently down a touch from 42.15% last week to 41.36% this week. A lot of blood in the markets, as we said. Bitcoin was at 38,000, bit over 38,000. It's down to 31,000 US dollars. Ethereum was at 2,800. It's down to 2,300 and change. Wax, this is one of the ones I'm keeping my eyes very close on. Cheese. Last week it was 22 cents, down to 15 cents. So, yeah, if that starts getting down around the tens, I might have a little nibble. Engine, it's had a big drop as well, was $1.08, and it's down to 87 cents. And we always see once those psychological barriers, like the dollar mark, gets broken, yeah, anything's liable to happen there. And Ripple as well is down from 61 cents to 52 cents. Now, we did get Finn sent me from the UDU, sent me something before, which I will bring up. How's about this for a chart? So if you just listen on the Spotify, what we have here is the Terra USD stablecoin for the Terra blockchain. It was, of course, being a stable coin, floating around the high 99-cent mark, and we just have a series of massive red candles that dropped it all the way down to 65 cents.
What a beautiful purchase. Whoever got it in at that amount, what a great buy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's rallied back up and dropped down again, and then it's kind of all over the place at the moment, but it's still down to 91.
Yeah, but it's like higher lows. It looks like it's getting to the point where it's either going to continue on or maybe even go a little higher. I don't know.
Yes.
It's a bit of a banner.
Yeah. I don't play those gambles, but yeah, if you happen to see that at 65 cents, that was a nice payday.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know do you know much about the Terra project?
Nope.
All I got is he sent me this other news article here. Cryptocurrency Terra USD falls below fixed value, triggering sell-off. And again, that's one of those psychological things where once people see it starting to drop a bit, it's just a pile-on.
Oh yeah.
So, and yeah, stablecoin, that's a bit worrying for a stablecoin though. So,
yeah, that's all I knew about is that it's a stable coin.
Yeah, especially because I'm tethered as well. I'm tethered and waiting for much more blood. I don't think we've seen anywhere close to what's coming. So, well, that's what I got my fingers crossed for. We'll see what happens. In the Upland markets, thanks to Upland Marketplace Analytics, the 30-day transaction volume, and again, this is kind of representative of what's going on in crypto. She's nearly all down. The 30-day transaction volume is down from 2.9 billion to 2.7 billion UPEX. 90-day average transaction volume is down from 115 million to 111 million. The 90-day average trading volume is down from 9,100 to 8,900. And the daily number of swaps is still down around in the 300s. So a little bit of downage there. But just like with the crypto markets, I don't think we've seen anything yet with the Genesis Week announcement and the kind of little bit of information they've given us about live city release. I mean, everybody's speculating that that's going to be Las Vegas, right? I mean, it's almost a safe bet. It'd be weird if they did some random town.
If you hang out in the Upland Cafe, like I'll talk about this later. I'm jumping ahead.
Nice. All right.
I'm jumping
so
ahead.
Just thinking ahead, if it is Las Vegas and they announce that, it's going to be a pretty high tier and people are just going to lose their minds and just fire sale like crazy. And the markets are already taking a bit of a hit. San Francisco last week, the USD floor was $26. That's down to $23. UPEX was about 36K. It's down to 33.5K. Manhattan, USD was $85. It's down to $79. But strangely, the UPEX price in Manhattan has gone from 126K to 140K. So perhaps somebody did a bit of floor gobblage. Chicago down, was $4.90, down a little bit to $4.80. Was 7,400, UPEX down to 7,200. LA's had a bit of a bump on the USD price. It was $5.20 up to $6. And the UPEX floors down a tiny bit in LA from 7,500 last week to 7,400 this week. The Bronx cheese is had a tiny little bump down, was $10 last week down to $9.70. And a little bit of a bump up in the UPEX price, was 13,000 UPEX, now 13,700. So a bit of a mixed bag, but I'd say I haven't been keeping my finger on the pulse of some of the other cities, but I imagine they're getting smashed even more. But we'll see. Interesting to note that the LA mintage is really stagnant at 64%. Meanwhile, Queens is up 3% to 67% minted, and it's kind of starting to outstrip LA. Do we think that's just part of the fact that a lot of the cheapies in LA are gone and it's just those big massive ones left?
I think so. I think like, I mean, I have those Bel Airs. They were not cheap. They're great dividends and whatnot, but still, it's when you have a collection like that you're still able to mint, but it's just too much to mint.
Yeah,
it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I can speak about the old Bel Air later. I got thrown an interesting offer, which we can talk about, which just reminded me actually. Thanks, Bel Air. All right, so that's about it for the markets. What's happening in Upland news, Cheese?
Well, we have the lighted up Genesis week is nearing, but we're gonna go more on this in our Upland Mash section. Upland Mash segment. Mother's Day block explorers. Who got one? Did you get any? I got none. I was not on the list. I didn't make it.
You know me, I'm not going to get up at 1 a.m. for a chance at something to find out if I have a chance at something. So no, I slept straight through, which sucks.
Yeah, I mean, they're not, for me personally, I didn't care for any of them, but I wanted to flip them. Like the first time ever, I wanted to flip a block explorer. I didn't really care for it. Dax says he got to. Why mint expensive if monthly earnings can go away? Are they going to go away completely?
Well, they're dropping, and the chances are that they will drop significantly, go away completely. I don't think they'll ever go away completely, but basically that's why I stopped buying and minting collections because of that. Once the seal was broken, okay, I need a different game plan here. So
what if they make only collections like collectible, like dividend collectible?
Well, all of my dividends are pretty much only from collections. So yeah, I don't know. They have to do something. With the end of collection swapping, we've seen a crap ton of liquidity go out of the market, which is part of the reason why some of these prices are dropping. But we know Upland wants prices to drop. They want to pull the strings on that. So I don't know. Maybe it's all part of their grand plan. I don't have a PhD in economics, so I've learned to just go with the flow.
Yeah, we'll see. For now, my dividends are amazing. So, let's see. Landmark auction, Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment, located at 1 Racetrack Drive, Rutherford, New Jersey.
Yes.
Started at 15.7 million. Maddox got it. Will he keep it?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
15.7. Wow.
That's weird.
That's a chunk of change.
Yeah, I don't know. He's usually wanting to flip it.
Yeah, he's pretty savvy, the old Maddox.
Pretty savvy. In other news, X1 was in the Upland Discord cafe last night. It was really nice seeing him. I missed most of it because I was in the MVE server playing video games, which I'm bummed about now. but he was in there talking about Genesis Week and, giving everybody Cafe Peeps and the mods props for being like awesome. Like, he also had a little slip up. I was hoping Banana would be here to kind of say it so I didn't have to throw X1 under the bus. I don't know if I should say this, the slip up, because I want him to keep coming into the cafe. But yeah, hell with it, I'll just do it. Sorry, X1. So he said it was a small slip up, and it could be just a slip up, but he said when Vegas comes out.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Why would they do a live city opening in not the city they're in? If that's an
true.
option to them.
This is true.
Well, that explains. I saw a lot of chatter in the Upland Racing League server about some stuff. So that gives a bit of background information to that then. Cool. All right. Well, what kind of tier do you think? Is that going to be a tier 1, tier 2, or one of these?
If it's
new
Vegas,
system?
I'm thinking it's going to be a tier 1. But my question is, outside of the Strip and the Grand Canyon and maybe a couple of other places, what else is in Vegas?
I don't know, but it's a massive name. It's one of those names where everybody knows that name, Las Vegas.
True. True.
So.
And I heard that Upland won't be doing casinos going forward.
The casinos will likely be landmarks, was Ekwan's slip.
Ooh.
The Goldsmith said. Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
That was the Goldsmith, by the way, X1.
They're high value properties. So. And Justin has said a lot of the cool props on the Strip are outside of the city limits. So. That's cool. So yeah, if that's the case, they're gonna, because that's only, when are you going on your trip? Is it 30 days away, something like that? A month?
About a month, yeah.
So
Because there's 31 days in this month and it starts on the 9th. We're gonna go on a Wednesday. We decided to go Wednesday so we can kind of like see the Grand Canyon, because the not the Grand Canyon, the dam.
Hoover Dam.
The Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
Because it's like right before. So we're like, might as well.
Nice.
We've been wanting a vacation. We haven't had a vacation in over 3 years. So this is kind of like a nice little merge.
Cool. All right. Anything else been happening? Or are we saving the juicy stuff for later on?
I think that was it.
All right. Then I'll bring up this. So you may have seen that we've come up with a way to continue the fine work that Arthur from the old standalone version of the Breaking Badly News show was doing. Keep your eyes peeled for the new UDU and MB spin-off series called Meat Suit Doses of Reality. At the moment, we're currently recycling and working through the content that was already produced by Arthur, aka DTech, but soon enough, it'll start featuring a variety of hosts from the Upland Development United Team to provide important doses of reality for those immersed in the metaverse, especially if you got one of those kissing haptic bloody things on. You might need yourself a little dose of reality. So there we go there. Put that together. Meat Suitiverse doses of reality.
That's so disturbing.
Yes. Yeah, if you're listening, you'll have to get over and check
It
that
looks
out.
like he wants to give you a kiss right there. Why did you take DTech's skin off?
That's how we roll. That's part of the
Oh.
initiation to get into UDU. A little bit of
Yes.
peelage.
A little bit of peel. That was a lot of bit of peelage though.
Yeah. So yeah, keep your eyes out for that. Should be a bit of fun. It's tongue in cheek. We don't take ourselves seriously. So keep an eye out for that. MV updates, Wine and Cheese Show last week was episode number 33, and we had Nosif on from the Red Hook node, and he was outlining something very cool going on in New York City. Cheese, can you give us the bullet points on what that was all about?
Sure. So he came to talk about his new events projects coming up, which has to do with nodes in the New York area. I'm working with him on this. It's a really cool project. really cool idea going forward. It's very much in the beginning stages, but basically what it is every borough will kind of have its own ambassador for events. He came to me, he approached me for my node in Bronxdale. And basically we're going to have events where artists come to us, people who either do comedy or sing or art or what have you, and we can hold events where the artists will receive, you know, payment for their shows and whatnot. And I think it's a really good way to kind of bring appreciation for nodes going forward, and like activity and utility.
Absolutely.
He's trying to get in, but he's saying the link won't let him in. I tried inviting him a few times. I think it's on his end though.
Yeah, he was having all sorts of trouble with his computer when we were chatting to him, which sucks. Yeah, so check that one out if you haven't seen it. And yeah, as we keep saying, if you watch the Wine and Cheese show, you can very easily get yourself a weekly custom episode themed Morecheese NFT. And I'm going to show you exactly an example of that, which I don't know, might be one of your best ones yet, I think, Cheese.
One of my more disturbing.
Not that one, this one. All right, so there's a couple of things to touch on here. First of all, Cheese and I got featured for the Wine and Cheese show in a Jonesy NFT series, and there's still some of those available. So if you haven't seen those or picked those up, you can get these common ones, and then there's a way to blend those to get these rare ones, which is really cool. So check that out. I'll bump a link in the description. I think there's still some available, and this is what we're talking about. Cheese did this one up. This was for the Mossy Jake. What's happening here, Cheese?
See if you could click it to make it bigger. I know
there we go.
there we go.
Poor Mossy.
So, so if you come on the Wine and Cheese, be careful what you say, because I'm going to make it into art. And this is basically, we talked about, Mossy talked about coffee presses and this and that, and we got into it. And I'm like, how can I make this really cool? So I figured, you know, put Mossy in there, make a Mossy coffee. And as you see, he's turning into his two little poop emojis for Ben and I to enjoy.
I love how derpy our faces look. Look like complete derps.
We get so happy as soon as his hands disappear, because we know that the coffee is almost ready.
Someone's rocking out. Got some live music. I think it's Space Joe. You're live, Joe.
He's like, uh-oh.
All good. So yeah, that's the one Cheese. So check that out. What do we got happening this week, Cheese? Do we know yet?
In regards to Jazz's?
No, in
She's
regards
next.
to. Oh, is she?
Oh, yeah. So it's Jazz and then it's Snowseed, because I'm like 3 behind.
Oh, I meant no, for the show. Who we're recording with this week?
Oh, we can't tell. We never tell.
All right. I was just seeing if you could slip
You're
up.
trying to make me slip up.
Yeah. All right, over to UDU team meeting stuff. As I said, not much to touch on here, but wine of the week. I got into this in the UCN channel. I was a bit personally disappointed when the Genesis Week announcement came out. It seemed a bit strange to me that a Metaverse didn't have some kind of online hosted event, like it's part of the big celebration of the year. I said in the chat that as somebody who has no ability whatsoever to be there in person, it's a bit disappointing to see that there was no online interactive element to the program. You know, I suggested that having something like the Digicon set up where the entire global Upland player base could take part in it would be a good idea, and that not doing so was a bit of a missed opportunity. X1 got back to me pretty quickly to say that, remember that they haven't released the full schedule of events yet. and it's the entire week. So basically, it was just a wait and see. So yeah, hopefully they put something together for that, because I mean,
That would be really cool. Like people at home that can't make the trip can kind of go into like a virtual reality thing and walk around amongst the people. That would be so hot. I mean,
Yeah,
probably won't be like that.
or
But
something, even if it's clunky, even if it's kind of a bit dumb or whatever, but something. Throw us a bone, please. And that kind of went to the chief executive too. I got an email saying, "Oh, welcome, you're invited to a brunch. We're going to pay for your hotel or whatever." Yeah, but the flights and everything else just make it just a completely unrealistic proposition, at least for myself. So it
yeah.
was kind of a little bit sucky, but yeah, I like X1 got onto it straight away and he said, just wait and see. So
Yeah, that was awesome how fast he responded to you. And it was like very positive. So
absolutely. And you know me, I do love a good wine, hence the wine and cheese show. So
I mean, it wasn't a wine. It was definitely a great feedback to take into consideration.
cool.
I've seen you wine.
Yes. As for the win of the week, Metaverse Ventures Entertainment, the MV, has officially been added to the Upland community directory for the UCN broadcasters. So that was pretty cool. We've gone official. So that was our
We're
little
moving
win.
on up. Moving on up to the
So we'll see how we go.
Oh, you don't know. All right, because you're Australian. All right.
No, I don't know.
Jefferson's, no. All right.
UDU around the grounds. What's been happening in the Bronx, cheese?
Basically just building. Oh gosh, in like 5 days, we have about at least 5 builds will be made. I acquired another piece of property. So, we're just getting higher and higher. I don't want to bother Steve just yet.
Yep.
But when maybe if I get a couple more, I'm going to tell him to run the numbers again and I can see the percentages.
Cool.
Yeah. How about you with MTU?
Yeah, Midtown Terrace is going pretty good. We're up. I think we're at 46% built. Last week we're almost 47, so we're 46.9%. I'm still jumped out and all my sparks stacked onto Fisher's one in your node. I want to get that wrapped up and get back to Midtown Terrace. And the UCC contract where we just put up build number 100. So that's going to be, I don't know, I'll have to reach out to Dak and the guys and girls to see if we can do some kind of celebrity or celebratory thing for 100 builds completed with the UCC. So yeah, build number 100 of 190 is up. Yep,
I just want to ask you offhand how many properties are in the MTU, because I know mine is a paltry 314.
796.
Wow. So like more than double mine. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the percentage completed stats, like I think Midtown Terrace might be down in the teens now, but a lot of the ones above it, with the exception of Mosswood, they're 2 properties, 10 properties. I mean, if you've got a node with 10 properties and it's 50% built out, it's not that impressive. But if you look at Mosswood, the Icon team's Mosswood, yeah, look at the stats there. I think they might be over 50 or very close to 50. So that's way more impressive when you go and check that out. So we'll see. And as far as progress in San Francisco, there's nothing even close to Midtown Terrace. So
exactly. Like that's the first.
A lot of hype projects, but San Francisco, there's a lot of OG players that came up with ideas, but they've just fallen by the wayside and that sort of thing. But you know what we do? Our motto, we just put our heads down and work. So it's still going gangbusters.
Just work.
I did get a very interesting offer for Midtown Terrace properties during the week. I had somebody reach out and say, I found out that my brother has 10 Midtown properties. Are you interested in doing a deal? The only deal that I said I was interested in was I was willing to swap them because they've got 10 properties kind of scattered here, there, and everywhere. I was going to swap them their 10 unbuilt properties for 10 of my built properties all in one row. And
Wow.
I thought that was a pretty fair offer. But, I assumed that those properties were dead properties because I'd been putting offers on them and never got anything back. So to see them potentially come back into the fold was good news. But and I don't mind taking the hit. Like, I've paid to have those built by the UCC, but if I can build another 10, that's just kind of a bonus. But that was kind of ignored. And the reply was, I'll sell them for 2.2 million because my brother wants to mint a Bel Air set. So I just laughed. Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus.
So that was interesting. So yeah, but it's good to see that they may still be out and about, even if they'd get flipped to the market or something like that. That's fine. But me personally, I'm not dropping 2.2 million on that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Offer, considering how generous my original offer was. So pretty much the only other thing to kick off with the UDU team is that our vetting has started up again. Finn's just got back from holidays, and boy, did he have an adventure. So he's back
Or
and got
Finn.
he's got vetting kicked off again, and I saw Nub was in there and doing a little bit as well. There have been a few people who've reached out over the last, probably, how long's vetting been shut down for? 2-3 months, maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you did reach out previously and you haven't heard from us, throw a shoe at us and we'll get you back in the list, because that's all kicking off again. And it's pretty easy. All you got to do is reach out to Cheese and I, and we'll get some basic details off you and pass it off to the vetting team, and they'll dive in and we go from there. And that's about it for that. Now we're going to head over to the Upland Mash segment. Did we manage to get the... No, looks like CPTO, looks like you're fired. Your first chance at the job. Oh, no. Look at that for timing. Look at that for timing. Good job. Thank you for that. Right.
It looks like you're fired.
Now, normally every week we have a challenge that we run through that was from the previous week. We did put a previous week challenge out there, but we kind of got crickets on it. So we're going to extend that for another week, and I'll touch on that in a moment. But for this week, just to thank everybody who's on now, we're going to give away 10K. So let me see if I can pull up the wheel. Now, should we put CPTO's name on this twice as well? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not, I say. Oh, it didn't do it in order. That's annoying. So
You just do a little
bear with me while I fix
better
this
than
up.
nothing.
And Laban Mori, is that one person or two people? Oh, I just deleted somebody.
2.
So Laban is one and Mori's another one. All right, and we said we put CPTO in. Oh, there goes my computer dying. All right, let's give away.
Oh, you have him in
10,000
there
up
3 times.
Oh,
because he's in the
gosh.
beginning.
Oh, well, I should put that in the beginning so it's mixed up. Let's just shuffle him in somewhere here next to Levels Way. All right, let's see who's got the 10K each. Sucks that you guys can't hear the music. I put heaps of effort into getting all that optionized. I can't see behind this. Opion Guru. All right, send me a DM and 10,000 UpX is on the way.
You know
for
what?
you.
Can we keep those names? Do one more spin for one of the wine and cheese Easter thing. I'm feeling like doing an extra one, but we have to. Let's do it. We could do it after the 1 million thing, because I want to have everybody in there for that.
Okay. All right. So I'll just write that down before I forget. Option Guru 10K. And there's somebody we gave away 10K a couple of weeks ago, but they weren't at Uplander status yet or something. So I couldn't transfer them that. If you're listening and that's you, please keep throwing something at me, because I don't want to forget. And that's
I think it was Level.
No, it wasn't Levels Way. It was somebody.
Sure?
No, it was somebody new. Somebody just from the MBE server that wasn't in the chat.
Yeah, see, bad MF. Because we take the snapshot at the very beginning, MF. That's why your name's not there. That's why I want to do that Easter NFT at the end of everything. And I'll include everybody's name. That way, everybody has a chance to win at least something.
Good job. That's nicely done. Thank you for that. All right, where are we up to? I don't know. Oh, so yeah, I'll do this blabbage now about the big weekly challenge we got going on. As I said, it was supposed to be for last week. We're going to carry that over to this week because we just got absolutely crickets, which was a bit disappointing. But yeah, the competition and prize details for the UDU podcast challenge this week are as follows. The challenge is tag Morecheese and myself with feedback in the general chat channel on the MVE server on how the MVE server could be better, set out, and improved. We have thick skins, be brutal, be honest. We want to fix it up. And if you can help out with that, that will help us immensely. And the prize, what? Oh, sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, keep in mind, not many people do these challenges. So there's a big chance for you to win. And it's something that, you know, you don't have to come on the show or be here from the beginning to win. It's right there in our MVE Discord. If you need an invite into MVE Discord, please send me or Ben a message and we'll send you the invite link if you can't find it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just jump in, have a look around, poke around, and any feedback that you can offer on how things could be improved, let us know. And the most important thing, the prize, well, the most useful and constructive feedback, as chosen by Cheese and myself, will win a showcase as the very first Legends of MVE NFT series. You will work with me to design the NFT around for or about yourself or your interests, and you'll get mints. We did say mints number 1 to 5, but I was having to think about that, Cheese. If somebody had a node project and they wanted to use this as a way to help them or to send off to their members as part of it, because we will customize it, maybe we can bump that up a bit as well. But we'll work with you on how many mints. We'll work with you on the back end. Does that sound fair?
Sure.
And yeah, all other feedback submission names will go on the UDU Podcast Weekly Challenge Wheel, like we just spun then, and you'll have the chance to win 1 or 3 of those mints as well of the same NFT. So yeah, if you would like a customized NFT all about yourself, Legends of MVE, get in there and drop us some feedback. And that's going to be minted via Cheese's stuff. So.
No node stuff. I just got what you said.
No node
No,
stuff.
it'll be more like a moon unit thing, like a special custom NFT. You could choose how many we mint and we give you the first 5.
Okay, sure.
All right.
But yeah, reach out to us and we can talk all that stuff through. That's easy
Yeah.
fixed. Alrighty, now on to the main meat and potatoes. What's been happening in Upland? The big news was Genesis Week, of course. Now, Cheese, you pretty much got onto that straight away and got your tickets.
I got my tickets. I'm in Arizona. So me and the hubby are driving up. I talked to him. Well, he's been wanting to do a vacation for a while now. My birthday's coming up. He wanted to take me somewhere nice. So I said, hey, can we go here? And he was all for it. We went to Vegas before. We're not big drinkers. We're not big partiers or whatever. But, we like a good gamble. I like to gamble. And Vegas is actually a lot more than people think it is. Like every hotel has a very nice theme to it. Like the MGM looks like this huge movie studio. It's really cool to just explore Treasure Island, Paris, so on and so forth. So we're going to be driving in the day before on Wednesday. And I made all my t-shirts. I made my pins. I got my business cards coming in.
Yeah, I saw those yesterday. We were talking through those. They came out really good.
Yeah, I'm so happy about it. Like, my gosh.
I tell you what, I'm bummed I missed out on that 35% off in your merch store.
And I kept pumping it, I'm like 35% Sunday, because it doesn't have to be our stuff. It could be anybody's stuff that you want to support. The Nasty Hooks are there. Maybe UCC has some in the future, some merchandise they want to put out. That would be cool. Or like some nodes or Upland stuff. I'd like to see more community merchandise coming out. I would love to support people and whatnot. So it'll be cool.
Yeah, that'd be a good addition to the official Upland server, although I guess that gets into finances. They're probably not going to play with that too much, but it'd be good to be able to showcase that somewhere.
Now,
Absolutely.
the goldsmith just sent me something, and Gold, if you don't mind coming in and talking about what you just sent me, because that's actually really cool news. If not, I can say it, but I really just love hearing your voice.
Yeah, and don't forget, this is the section where, yeah, if you're
Everybody
in the
can
Zoom,
chime in.
jump in. Who's looking forward to going?
Goldie?
Oh, for sure. I'll jump in. Yeah. So the big non-issue news that people didn't hear from X1 last night was that he confirmed, because we asked him about can you tell us about the player of the year, how that's going, when that's going to happen? He confirmed that there's some other awards that are being determined by Upland that are being given out. So there's some speculation on that, but it could be like, they could be looking at UCN, they could be looking at activity in Discord. We don't know what that is, but it's pretty cool to think that there could be some other prizes that are being given out. Probably not trips to Vegas in the same way, but there's a lot to find out here in the next couple of weeks as to, we might be surprised about what this awards looks like.
Yeah, well, it's advertised as an awards night, isn't it? Something like that. It'd be weird.
Yeah, an award ceremony, or whatever they're advertising as. Yeah.
So I imagine they're going to have several dozen awards. They won't just have the one. It'd be a short.
I
short
didn't think
night.
they were going to have more than one. I thought that just a player of the year that we voted on.
I think that'd be the big grand one at the end after they've worked through some.
I hope, you know what? I hope it's not it's not the usual suspects. I would love to see somebody new, like a Nanners or a Mossy, or like a Goldsmith, maybe. I don't know. I want to see somebody like,
Yeah, we got into it a bit in the last Wine and Cheese show, where award ceremonies are very, very heavy on the butt kissing and the back slapping. So we'll see. I would imagine they're going to do a lot of in-house awards too, whether it be for the team, the team themselves. Or do you think it's going to be all community? Personally, I think it'd be a bit of a mix.
I don't know, but yeah, you're right.
Well, they always are. That's nothing to do with Upland. It's every award ceremony you
The
see or go
chicken
to.
wing goes to the one who kissed the most tushy.
Yes, so we shall
Here you
see.
go.
I don't know, what award would you want to win, Cheese?
I don't want to win an award. I really don't care. I'd rather see my friends win an award. I'd love to see, like, you win an award, Ben, for the first node, the first real node, the first definition of node. I'd love to see everybody just win something for something, but I really don't want. I just want people to come and watch our show and have fun with us. That's it. That's the only award I want. You guys give me that award already, so thank you for being here.
Nicely done. How about yourself, Goldsmith? What would you like to walk away with?
The To Be Fair award.
Worst block explorer. I mean, just give me a little credit for what they did there.
Well, you're the sandwich, right?
Yeah, I literally had to have JJ remake my sandwich so I can put it on Discord and have it look halfway respectable. They put a McRib on a baguette. They put a French baguette and they put a McRib on it. I'm like, that does not work.
Maybe it's the McRib in France.
I don't know. Maybe that's how they have McRibs in
Maybe
Ukraine.
that's so made it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
How about everybody else? There's a lot of people on. Anybody got their tickets? Like, geez, how about you, Goldsmith? Are you heading over there?
I wish he was.
No.
I'm going to the other big conference that
He's going to
Upland
Metaverse.
had already confirmed they were going to, and unfortunately, and I'll say, I'm glad I'm going to the conference I'm going to, but had they given longer notice, it would have been possible to maybe go to both. But then once you're 1 month ahead, you're pretty close to start making those arrangements.
Yeah, it was pretty late notice, wasn't it? Gosh, but
Mm.
we shall see. But On the flip side, it's probably the most notice we've had about an upcoming city release for a long time too. So that's going to be interesting to see.
I just hope it's nothing great. Like, I don't mind missing out on I don't mind missing out on Vegas, but I don't want to miss out on anything else, like being there and enjoying myself.
I think that'll be pretty awesome if you're in the control room or something. If they set something that like that up where you're at the site and you're minting the city as it's all happening everywhere, and if they've got stats available on a big screen or something like that, I think that'd be really cool. Especially because we've seen the last few releases have been pretty smooth compared to some of the previous ones. So I don't know. And then on the flip side, it'd be kind of the dark side of you might enjoy watching it all crash and burn live on air too. So it could go either way. So needless to say, there would be a lot of pressure on the team.
Yeah, like a lot of people were saying that in the cafe. I think it was actually TML, where like he was like, everyone's going to be trying to mint and things are going to happen and they're going to be like, hey, X1, we can't mint over here.
Yeah.
What's going on? We need help. Fix this.
Unless they lock themselves away in a perspex box or something, a soundproof box, so you can see them but you can't interact with them.
You'd be like, no, I can't. No.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, Dak, do you want to come on and share? I totally missed this freaking message from him 4 days ago. Dak sent me a cool message about somebody he had on. I don't know if do you want to come on and talk about that real fast?
No, I haven't had them yet. They're coming on Thursday, and Ben knows. Jeremy, head of product racing Upland, is going to be coming to the URL to talk about all things racing, including Genesis, and then motors, components of racings like stats, drivers, track creation. So all those things that people who've been talking about racing and speculating on racing want to have a better idea about. But he did very clearly stipulate that it's a big feature and that they will be focusing on MVP and just iterating from there on.
And when is this coming out?
I'm having a town hall Thursday, May 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and I don't know about the rest of the time zones.
Can anybody come to this or just special people?
No, it's open to everyone who's in URL. You just would need to join that.
All right, cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're excited about racing, and Ben, I know, is one of the race commissioners, and so I'm going to try to record it, except I don't know how to record off Discord, so I'll try to figure that out.
Maybe get in touch with Scooby from Icon. I believe they record their show. I think that's done through Discord. He might be able to hook you up.
Okay, I'll do that. I know he's one of the race commissioners as well.
Cool. And the Goldsmith said in chat that there is a very real scenario where the mint in Vegas works like crap because of hotel internet, and people not at the conference have a strong minting advantage. That'd be nice. Yeah. And Fancy followed up to say that he responded to that point. I assume that means X1, that he too is worried about the potential of overwhelming the Wi-Fi. So
I'm just going to try to relax through it, enjoy the festivities, and not even worry about. And I know they're offering discounts at the Sahara, because after I bought the tickets, I got an email saying like 20 or 30% off. But we really wanted to try out the Mandalay, so we were going there instead.
Gosh, the more I hear about it, the more jealous I'm getting. Yes, but
well, we're saving on airfare because we get to just drive up there.
Yeah, and that's the massive cost. Like, my kids were impressed when I said I got 2 free hotel tickets or whatever it is, 2 nights for free. They were impressed. My wife wasn't real impressed. So it was a very short conversation.
She's like,
Yes.
how much did you spend?
No, it was just, I was just joking around with the kids. Like, it'd be fun to go over there. And, you know, I've mentioned this a few times. Like, my wife hasn't been back to Japan for nearly 8 years now. So the first trip we make is going to be back there. So yeah, that put the kibosh on that.
Oh,
That was,
well, when we're all Upland rich, we could have another meetup.
yeah, well, she's still very much in the show me the money kind of thing, and I'm not. I don't play around with anything US dollars, so I'm just all reinvesting.
Well, eventually down the line.
One day, if the
One
tax
day.
man ever sorts out what the hell they're going to do with NFTs and whatnot, then we'll look into it from there. But yeah, was there anything else in that article about Genesis Week? Cheese, were you going to bring that up, or did we touch on everything?
I think we touched on everything.
Right.
Unless
Anybody
we
else
wanna
got?
give it yeah. Anybody else have anything to say?
So just announced in Upland, they're doing the Genesis Week ornament contest voting.
Yes, that's something we
Ooh,
didn't touch on.
Nice.
That's right. We'll have to check that out because I know I put in a submission through DTech. We'll see how that goes, whether it got in. There was a bit of a kerfuffle where the file wasn't uploaded or something.
Do you want me to share this to show people what it looks like?
If you can, because my computer's just the navigation's
Alright.
all screwed up over here. I don't know what I've done.
Let's see.
You're in, Ben. It's in there for voting.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that was one of those proxy ones. We talked about that, whether it was going to be a thing, proxy submissions. So yeah, it was kind of.
Oh, here.
DTech reached out and asked me if I wanted to get involved, and I said, well, the only idea I had was something to do with nodes, but that's all about all the information I gave him, and he just worked on it from there. So, oh, those look really cool. What have we
Yeah,
got?
they
Pinatas.
look so cool. All of them.
Yeah, and his is also, DTEX is also in there on the ranch.
Oh yeah, there's the DTech 1068 one. Oh, is that dog? Is that dog
Oh.
Romeo?
No,
that?
because he's very prominent about his name being DAWG.
Ah, okay. Yeah, cool.
Wow.
So that voting's live now. Is that what you just said? Yep.
Oh, there's different houses.
Yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
we need for the Mid-10 Terrace. We need to get some for those apartments. We got a Mid-10 Terrace and various places. So, yeah. And this is one of those things. I've squirreled away an UPEX balance. Part of my UPEX savings is for things like this that come on board. Assuming it's not going to be a US dollar sale because that'll just count me out immediately. But yeah,
Wow.
yes. Because these are going to be the very first of their kind. So
Oh my gosh.
I imagine they'd be quite valuable. Oh, that was Lockie's one. That was really cool.
Oh my gosh, Lucky.
Yeah, you put a lot of work into that. So get yourself over there and check that out. Although they're apartment ones, aren't they?
Where am I?
Oh, that's a townhouse.
Oh, here's the apartment ones. Oh my gosh.
Is that a lion or something?
These
Oh, I like
people
that
are
Spark one. That Spark one's cool. By Retry 88. Yeah, and then they've got all the ones for luxury ranch houses and all the rest of it.
Oh my gosh. I love how much talent is in the Upland Metaverse.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Oh,
Oh, what's happened?
oh no, sorry. I didn't realize my microphone.
Yeah, hot mic.
I was
Oh yes,
looking at
fancy,
the-
definitely.
I was looking at the Node one, and this is not the one that has the transparency lighting on it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there was a follow-up one, and I did send that through, but yeah, obviously it wasn't in time because DTech worked out how to do transparency just after we sent that one off, which was a bit of a bummer.
Fancy wants to jump in and ask a question.
Absolutely. This is your show as much as it's ours. Jump in at any time.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Fancy.
I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on whether this could be considered like a test case for more future flexibility for more designs like this, or if we're going to be sort of static with whatever design is selected, like that's going to be the ornament that we have for that house type forever, or if we think that in the future there's going to be the potential for people to develop their own, and this is just rolling it out as a feature kind of to test it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I truly hope that this is just like the beginning of something a lot bigger and more, to have more of a choice going forward. The same with the houses and whatnot. I know Goldsmith said something about having a blueprints type thing for more houses, and they'll have a blueprint shop. I'm more than positive this will be hopefully meta venture going forward as well. What do you think, Ben?
Oh yeah, this is just the leading edge of player generated content for sure. I think they're still testing all the systems, what they can do. I think they're also testing their communication. Like we have seen with some of these earlier things where they put the announcement out there and then they just get a bazillion questions back because they haven't clarified the details well enough. I think this is all part of a learning process. And I guess it also touches on some big news that happened through the week, which we kind of forgot about because it kind of happened underground. Was a lot of community members got an email to say that they've been accepted into the UDN, which is the Upland Third-Party Developers Network. That's a pretty massive deal. So
Yes.
they've got the ball rolling with that as well. So yeah, I expect this is just the very start of lots of awesome positive things to come for sure. And I think it's also kind of testing out the outdoor decor, the pipeline on how submissions and that sort of stuff's going to work as well. So yeah, very much a better period learning process at the moment, I feel.
I can't wait till you can start talking about the Samurai Aquatics.
Well, yeah, some of the stuff DTech's been pumping out work, and some of the previews we've been getting of the stuff he's working on for that is looking very cool. But I'm still in two minds about it. Like my whole thing was about aquatics, and we can't do water, so we'll do what we can, and hopefully they'll get whatever it is that's holding that up. They'll get that sorted out, and we can get into the real meat and potatoes of what we want it to be about. But we shall see. I don't know. I guess things like this is going to, and even I started to do it, was look into maybe I should actually go and check out Blender and see if I can spend some time working it out, because the people
if you put any more like food on your plate, Ben, you're going to start.
Yeah, I'll have another meltdown again. Yeah, I'll have another flip out. Yeah. Well, the carrot is massive. Like those last buildings that went out, players made millions and millions of UPEX. So, and I think this will be exactly the same. What was the split going to be on this? Was it 70-30 again?
Yeah, I believe so. Goldsmith could confirm that. Yep, 70-30.
Yeah, so that's a big chunk of change.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you spent a weekend putting something together and then you can make, I don't know, 3-5 million UPEX on it, that's pretty massive. Especially if you're savvy and you want to convert that into US dollar out sales or something like that, or invest it into Spark, or there's a million different ways you can reinvest that UPEX. So interesting. But yeah, there was also, I got into the Upland general chat through the week, and there was a lot of people discussing how hard it was to hold on to UPEX, like to build an UPEX balance. And
it really is.
I kind of put my perspective in there. Like I've been playing the game for over 2 years, and I'm only just now at the point where I can sit there with an UpX balance and not have it burning a hole in my pocket. So,
Yeah, I mean, I have to look into this escrow thing that you created in the UDU. It's pretty cool, but and then I'm like, what if I really want it sooner?
yeah, well, the beauty of the escrow club is you can get it out at any time, but it's just, because I
Yeah.
struggled for almost a year there where I'd save up 500,000 UpX, but yeah, it's FOMO kicks in and then it's gone. So just not having it in my glaring at me in the account was very beneficial for me. But yeah, I'm at the point where now I've flipped a switch where I've got specific goals. Like I have my international balance is there and ready to go. I have my next tier 1 city balance. It's there, ready to go. I have my next whatever city release ready to go. I have my car budget ready to go. I have like a little budget for things like this, decor and all that sort of, or ornaments or whatever. That's there ready to go as well. Yeah, I'm missing out on some short-term dividends, but like I said earlier in the show, I've moved away from dividends and just focusing on other things. But everybody's in different areas of their gameplay, and they're building their account and whatnot. But yeah, holding on to UpX is by far the hardest thing to do, I feel.
Yes, it is. Because at one point I want to, snatch up stuff that I don't have yet. I want to get more New York. And at the other point, I need to save up for international.
Yep. So yeah, I'm all good to that. Good to go with that. And it also helps you avoid these fire sales. Like if I flip properties now, it's not in the fire sale period. It's when the markets are the fat. They're nice and juicy for the seller. So, there's a lot of positives.
Fancy. You could talk. I love hearing your voice. You have
Yeah,
a very, very beautiful voice.
Jump in. Cheese and I get sick of hearing ourselves, so jump in.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
I didn't want to put you on the spot in case this is something better handled over DMs. But yeah, I only found out about the escrow club this morning when I asked a question in the cafe about, does anyone know any good spots where I can just, bury some UpX to keep around for a rainy day? Because having it staring me in the face every time I log in is really not conducive to saving anything. So yeah, I would be super interested in learning more about that, whether that's a resource you can point me to in the Discord, or if you want to speak on it. I'd love to learn more.
Absolutely. Well, you're in the UDU server, so we can ping you in that, I believe. Or is that only open to fully vetted UDU members, Cheese? I'd have to have a look.
Oh, it might be the fully vetted.
All right, we can check that anyway. We can get you access in there. Basically, what it is I minted out a block in one of our mini nodes in Chicago. So we have a full block there, and we've designated that as the escrow club block. So you buy in a property at mint. You don't have to buy in. This is if you want to be a holder and a escrower. So if you have a property there, and other people can put offers on that property. Like sometimes I'll put an offer on Cheese's escrow club property. I'll just dump. Of course, I'll send her a DM so she doesn't fat finger it and accept it. I'll send her a DM and say, Cheese, I'm bunging 1 million UpX on your property. And she'll say, righto, no worries. And I'll just put an offer in on that property. She knows where that is.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch it and that sort of thing. So that hides that amount. Of course, you got to take fees into consideration. So it's 1 million plus 5% in that example. That takes it out of your balance, and it's just sitting there in escrow essentially. You can access that anytime to remove the offer and get it back. So yeah, it's just a way that I found was very beneficial for myself. Like you've just said too, if it's not staring you in the face.
And I think we could open that up to non-vetting members only for depositing, not for accepting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll get you in there, Fancy. And yeah, there's a few different addresses you can choose from. And yeah, you can just bung however much you want. At one point, I was at a stage where I basically think of it as little savings accounts. So I had some on Boccio's property. I might have had some on Steve's. I had some on Cheese's. And I was just building up little balances for little different things I wanted to focus on. So
That's brilliant. That's a very elegant little solution to have dedicated properties for this purpose. Like
yeah,
I thought about talking to, one of my homies and just being like, yo, do you have any properties that you're not going to sell anytime soon that I could just chuck some of my UPEX on? But to have dedicated properties specifically for this purpose is a very clever and elegant solution. So well done. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
well,
the
Yeah.
explanation.
and we keep it in the team. So like, it hasn't happened yet, but it probably will happen that somebody will accidentally, you know what it's like, you wake up in the morning, oh, there's an offer here, click, oh, whoops, that was an escrow club property. But if it's within the team, we've always said, if you do make a mistake and you accept it by accident, well, you just rectify that and you cover the fees. So,
Yeah.
and
That's
like
why
everything. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Chase.
Well, I was just gonna say that's why, like, if like you don't have to be a receiver on it. Like Ben and I, we know the consequences for fat fingering, so we're more than okay to like accommodate if we do make that mistake. You're more than free to just be like a giver, like to put your spark on there, your UPX on there, and then take it out whenever you want to.
Absolutely. And like we've said from day one, but not a lot of people have taken it on board within the UDU. We know there'll be trouble, there may be issues, but if you keep a calm head, there's nothing that can't be solved. It's blockchain. It's all there on the blockchain. It's very easy to sort it out. You just got to keep a cool head and work through it. So it hasn't happened yet. I don't think it will happen, but if it does, we do have a process there to fix it up. But yeah, we'll get you in there for sure. All right, I think we're kind of getting towards the end here. Should we?
Yeah, I want to give out a million of your UPX.
So you want to roll those wheels prior to running your wheel? Was that correct, or you want to do
Yes,
the other one?
because then
first?
we have to add everybody's name to the one I want to do for the Easter thing.
Okay, now.
All right.
CPTO did jump in at the start of the show to capture the snapshot for us of who was going to play. So we said that their name will be patched in twice as a bit of a bonus. So they get 2 shots at it. So, I got to do that, don't I? So let's see who is going to...
Who's going to win? Who's not going to win? Who's going to win a chance to win?
Who's going to get the chance to win? Now, did you say there was somebody missing, or you were going to add the other names in?
Yeah, for the other prize.
All right. So the names that are here, these are the people that were in the snapshot at the start of the show. And we didn't do a code phrase. We could totally blanked on that. So you get a free pass this week.
Yeah. And if they don't know the code phrase, I would probably just DM them and give it to them.
All right. Let's see. Let's see who's going to go for the 1 million up here. It's was Finn got it? The Dak Man.
Let's see. Oh my God, this is gonna be fun. Now get out of there. Let me get my wheel up.
I can smell a big fat sponsorship check coming in.
Yeah, okay. Wow. Wasn't expecting that.
All right, let's see how we go. Cheese is going to bring up the wheels. Are you aware of how this process works, Dak?
Oh, I've been here enough, yes.
All right.
I'll keep going for door number 2.
All right. Well, we'll get through wheel number 1 first. You tell Cheese when to roll, and away we go.
Let's roll.
All right.
No whammies, no whammies.
The main prize on the first wheel is 25K. And congratulations, Dax. You've got 1,000 UPEX. Do you want to bank that UPEX or spin again?
Spin it.
Spin again. So we jump over to wheel number 2.
Tell me exactly when to do it, Dak.
Now.
He's
It's time.
I'm scared. No whammy from the goldsmith. 50K on this wheel. 500 UPEX.
Will you take your 500 UPEX or turn it in for a chance at the 1 million UPEX?
Oh, gee, what should I do? I'll turn to the audience for help.
Phone a friend. Yeah.
What should he do? What should he do?
Let's go.
Go.
Okay,
All right. Tell me when.
Now.
Big money from the goldsmith. So this is the 1 million wheel. We've got 1 million
Ben,
on there.
I want to thank you for the $1 million. It was very nice.
Not $1 million, Christ.
Well, yeah, at least you made more than your first spin.
There we go.
Yeah.
1,250 UPEX for the DAC man. Congratulations, DAC. My account
Thank you.
breathes a sigh of relief for another week. But like we said, it will go off as helped by the UCC sponsorship. I think, as I said earlier in the show, the balance for that is up to the 1.15 million UPEX. So yeah, once that gets over 2 million, then we're gonna bump the chances up significantly because
Yeah.
absolutely want to give it away.
Give it away.
Somebody can bank that UPEX.
So
It'll be fun when it happens.
Yeah, definitely. I want it to happen. I want to see your face, Ben. Or at least somebody win the 50K.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Absolutely.
Let's do that last spinny spin. I'll tell you which names to add on to
I
there.
forgot all about that. All right. And what were we giving away here?
Easter NFT wine and cheese.
Okay.
Oh,
So we've got Jazz, Dak, Finn, I'm everyone, CPTO, Justin, Laban, Maui, option. I think that's spelt wrong, but yeah, there we go. Option Guru.
I can't
missing?
see who's on there now. Participants.
2,
Here we go. So we need Bad
Should be-
MF,
Yep, Bad MF, and is that it?
Eric Cooper,
Coop. Yep,
Fancy Drew.
fancy. Yep.
Hold on. Yes, that's it.
Alrighty, let's do it.
Do you hear the music when I spin?
Yeah. No, I can hear it when I spin.
Jazz.
Jazzy
we got
jazz.
The Easter.
Oh, there you go. That's payback because
Yeah.
I was in trouble at the start of the show for giving Jazz's job away. So before we press record, so that's good, Jazz. So you'll sort that out on your end,
Oh, sure.
Tages. All right, and Option Guru and Dak, I'll get that UPEX to you as soon as we're off. Is there anything anybody else wants to touch on? If not, I've got a little bit of something here. Can you see this? Did that come up?
Yes.
All right. So if you didn't see the wine and cheese show this week, we got into this. There was a very cool NFT auction for the rear wings from Lewis Hamilton and George Russell's Formula One cars from the race that just happened in Miami. It was the actual wings on the actual race cars were getting auctioned, and the auction is still going on. If you have some Ethereum burning a hole in your pocket, you might want to check this out. There's still 2 days to go left in the auction, and the current highest bid, at least on this one, which I believe is Lewis's rear wing, is 8 Ethereum. So yeah, that's a pretty good price for a. So not only do you get the NFT of this, you also get the actual physical rear wing. They're going to ship that to you as well. So that was a very cool thing that popped up through the week.
That's an exceptional prize to win. My gosh.
Absolutely. And there was also a full replica Formula One car. I didn't check out the price on that one. But
Did you see what Goldsmith said? The probability of hitting that 1 million is a lot higher than getting a terminal.
yeah, well, it's true. Absolutely. Yeah, we have got some feedback that it's bullshit because it's a very low chance. Well, yeah, it is a low chance, but as we keep saying, it will go off. Somebody will win it, and if you want to win it, you got to be in the Zoom. So, yeah.
Oh, Dak wants you to put the link in the MVE server for Malice Sky for the car thing.
Oh, okay, cool. I will do that for the NFT. Yeah, it was a bit clunky to find it actually. It was on the FTX exchange, but you couldn't. I thought you'd search Mercedes, being that was the Formula One team, but you had to search for the name Forever Dream, which was a bit weird. But I'll find the original link, and you can follow it up from there. All right, we're going to get wrapped up here. Just a reminder that if you have an Upland NFT or Metaverse product, service, or event to promote and you want to get involved in the show, sponsorship and engagement opportunities are available. Contact myself or Morecheese to discuss and secure your spot. And like we just said, all proceeds go towards giveaway and prizes on the podcast. Like and subscribe, all that sort of stuff. It helps out immensely, and spread the word. As we said at the top of the show is open to the public each and every week via the MVE Discord, and you and your friends and your Uncle Jimmy and your brother and all the rest of the family members people have in their pockets can join in for your chance at 1 million UpX. And that's about it, Cheese.
Love,
You
peace, and chicken wing.
You can wrap us up and we'll get out of here.
Get out of here.